Hey everybody, Kendra here at Smile Connections Family Dental. I have the pleasure of being one of Dr. Volker's assistants and one of the Smile Connection team members. And I record a lot of our video testimonies that we get from our amazing patients, and it occurred to me that it may be beneficial for us to share our stories with you, because I think a lot of us in dentistry got into it because we have a story. So when I was young, I started a 7-year ortho journey. That led me to have an oral surgery where I had to have 12 teeth removed at the age of 12. I remember waking up from that surgery and crying. Obviously you're young and you wake up and you have gauze in your mouth and it's a scary thing. So I was just begging for my mom. I was like, can I just have my mom please? And I remember the assistant at the time, she wouldn't let me see my mom until I stopped crying. And that woman doesn't know it, but she is the reason why I got into dental in the first place, because that moment I was scared and I just needed my mom and she wasn't listening to me. And I think it's important that in the dental field, we listen to the patient, we take care of the patient. Our job is to care about people, to listen to people, and that woman didn't do that in that moment, and I knew I wanted to be a change in this dental field. That brings me to my adult years. So I graduated dental assisting school in 2015. I joined an office here in town, and the office manager would have her daughter come in, and she really was a beautiful girl. But it was one of those things where she's young and she doesn't know her words have feeling behind them. So I heard her in the break room joking with the rest of the staff that, hey, why does Kendra look like a walrus? Because again, I still had that class 2 overbite that wasn't corrected. And I remember I was crying down the hall, and a couple of the doctors that I worked for at the time were very sweet, and they said, hey Kendra, if this is something that really bothers you, like, have you thought about having another ortho consult? Have you thought about maybe having reconstructive jaw surgery or something that way to correct that overbite and give you a confidence? And it was in that moment where I went and had the consult, and I made the decision, hey, this is something, I'm in the dental field and I really want to make sure that I'm confident in my smile to make sure that I can relay that to other patients. And I remember for the first 3 months after that jaw surgery, crying a lot. Because when I looked in the mirror, I didn't see Kendra anymore. I saw somebody else, and that was scary for me. And it was scary for my family to see this girl that they had kind of grew up with and knew, and now she looked really a lot different. And I'll share my photos with you. I have no problems with that. But I don't mind having that story. I think that story, although painful and was a lot to go through, I don't have that anymore. I'm confident. I'm happy with my smile. I'm happy talking to people. I don't have to hide anything, and it's been life-changing for me. I want that for my patients. I want them to be able to make a decision for themselves and say, hey, you know what? I don't like this about myself. I'm going to change it so that I can be more confident. Because if you're hiding your smile, if you're sitting there and you're, straight-lipped in photos because you don't feel good about the way that your smile looks, make the commitment. Make that change. I mean, it is something that you will never regret, and it is a beautiful thing to look in the mirror. And although it took me some time, my gosh, I don't regret 1 second of it. And the way that my bite functions now, it's a beautiful thing. And I feel so good about myself. And I want that for all of you.